Good day, here are today's top stories from the Pna Headlines. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and new United Nations President Coordinator in the Philippines Arnaud Peral have expressed their commitment to fostering stronger partnerships towards advancing the country's development agenda. During Peral's courtesy call on Marcos at Malacañang Palace on Thursday, the two officials discussed ways to enhance collaboration between the Philippine government and the UN to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. The Presidential Communications Office, or PCO, said their meeting focused on how the UN can further support the Philippine government in advancing its national development priorities. Peral was named UN Resident Coordinator in the Philippines on the 1st of February. As a UN official for the past 25 years, he has held leadership positions and other roles in Tunisia, Ecuador, Colombia, Mexico, Brazil, and Cuba. He also worked as Program Manager and Chief of Staff in the UN Development Program's Regional Bureau for Latin America and the Caribbean in New York. The UN is a firm partner of the Philippines in achieving the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, a global call to action to end poverty, protect the environment and climate, and ensure peace and prosperity for all. Meanwhile, President Marcos Jr. and South Korean President Lee Jae-myung reaffirmed the strategic partnership between the Philippines and South Korea. The PCO said the two leaders discussed in a phone call their commitment towards closer cooperation in key areas such as trade and investment, defense and security, and people-to-people ties. Marcos stressed the importance of international support for the Philippines' maritime interests and regional stability under international law. For his part, Lee expressed support for stronger cooperation between South Korea and the ASEAN bloc as the Philippines prepares to assume chairship in 2026. The Philippines and South Korea mark 76 years of diplomatic relations since its establishment on March 3, 1949. The two countries elevated their ties into a strategic partnership on October 7, 2024. The Department of Agriculture, or DA, expects farm gate prices of palay to rebound during the coming wet harvest season. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Tiu Laurel Jr. said prices have improved since the dry season in some areas in Luzon, such as Nueva Ecija, where wet palay is now at 14 pesos per kilogram. Tiu Laurel stressed that farm gate prices must exceed the DA's production cost estimate at 13 pesos per kilogram. He expects palay prices to go up further with the coming of the main harvest, which coincides with the 60-day temporary rice importation ban from September to October. The Samahang Industriya ng Agrikultura, or SINAG, earlier warned that prices fell to as low as 5 pesos per kilo in Nueva Ecija last month due to imported rice flooding. SINAG said the farm gate price of fresh and wet palay should at least reach 18 pesos per kilo to help farmers recover during the wet harvest. It also called to restore rice tariffs to 35% from the current 15% to curb imports. Meanwhile, the DA is directing farmers to plant high-yielding, good-eating quality rice varieties to cater to the shift in rice preferences among consumers. Tiu Laurel said Filipinos now prefer to eat good quality rice. In a separate interview, DA spokesperson Arnel de Mesa said the DA will assist palay producers in planting high-yielding varieties that Filipinos are sure to patronize. Consultations in Iloilo revealed that lower-priced palay often comes from less preferred varieties like RC10, Pagsanhan type, an early maturing type that produces high yields but is less tasty. Filipinos may soon avail of up to 75 types of medicine for free through PhilHealth's GAMOT, or Guaranteed and Accessible Medications for Outpatient Treatment Package. PhilHealth launched the GAMOT Free Medicine Package at the Ayala Mall's Vertis North on Thursday. PhilHealth President and CEO Edwin Mercado said the package is part of the agency's Yaman ng Kalusugan program para mailayo sa sakit ang bawat Pilipino, or YAKAP benefit program. He noted that one of the out-of-pocket expenses in healthcare for Filipinos is medical goods such as medicine. These medicines include treatment for hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, infections, asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or COPD, heart conditions, and nervous system disorders. Mercado said that starting August 21, registered Yakap beneficiaries may get free medicines from select clinics and pharmacies with a limit of 20,000 pesos per year. The GAMOT package expands on the initial 21 free medicines provided under the Konsultasyong Sulit Tama or Consulta Benefits Package. Those who want to avail of the package may register with Yakap through the eGov.ph app or PhilHealth offices. Beneficiaries must present a prescription from a Yakap accredited physician along with a government-issued ID. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. launched PhilHealth Yakap last July to provide Filipinos with access to a broad range of primary care services. The Department of Transportation or DOTr started the construction of the 89 million peso new footbridge and new concourse at the Kamuning station of the EDSA Busway on Thursday. During the groundbreaking ceremony, Transportation Secretary Vince Dizon said the projects are in line with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s order in June to remove the steep Mount Kamuning footbridge. The new EDSA Busway Kamuning station and footbridge will have mobility and accessibility features, including 2 elevators, 2 wheelchair lifts, and a pedestrian-friendly walkway. It will also have tactile paving services to guide blind individuals and clear wayfinding signage to help guide other passengers and pedestrians. Dizon said the new footbridge will be connected to the EDSA Busway Kamuning station and will be similar to the SM North Concourse. The construction is expected to be completed by the end of the year. In our business news, Philippine Ambassador to Washington, Jose Manuel Romualdez, on Thursday said that the government is working to convince the Trump administration to exempt the Philippine semiconductor industry from the planned 100% U.S. tariff on imported chips. Speaking at the U.S. Association of Southeast Asian Nations Business Council meeting in Pasay City, Romualdez described the White House's plan as very disturbing. He said they are now coordinating with the semiconductor sector, including U.S. ASEAN Business Council, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, and the Semiconductor Industry Association in the U.S. to find ways to address the issue. Romualdez revealed that chip makers in the U.S. are also lobbying to scrap the tariff. He said imposing a 100% tariff on chip exports would send a very significant impact in the semiconductor industry of the Philippines. Meanwhile, e-wallet, GCash, and digital bank Maya assured they would comply with the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas or BSP's order to unlink from online gambling sites. In a statement on Thursday, GCash said it will fully abide with the BSP's proactive directive to remove links and icons that connect payment applications to online gambling platforms. GCash added that they share the BSP's commitment that digital financial services are used responsibly and in ways that safeguard the welfare of Filipinos. During the Senate Committee on Games and Amusement hearing on Thursday, BSP Deputy Governor Mamerto Tangonan said the central bank issued an order mandating e-wallets to unlink from online gambling platforms within 48 hours. In a separate statement, Maya indicated its compliance with the BSP's directive. Maya said they will remain focused on serving customers while fully obeying with the regulatory requirements. And those are the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under Pna News. I am William Theo. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing you stories that unite the nation.